With a new stadium rising just to the west of us, for now we're back for football in the familiar setting of Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Tonight, a good one to kick off the year on Sunday night primetime. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills on Sunday night primetime. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson on hand. The rookie Tyler Loop has the honors. The first Sunday night game of the year, and we are underway here in Buffalo. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the younger Cook brothers. This is James Cook. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the gun. Throw here for Allen. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
36-yard line.
Alert! What is that?
From the gun, here is Allen. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 2. To throw again, it's Allen. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. He's going to have the 1st down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a 1st down.
Again, it's Allen to the air. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. One more time going up top with Allen. He'll try and get there on the ground.
That's a really good effort on third down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
I see the bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Going on the west side, giving side guys. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably the reason you die trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by in the thighs. Gripping on it like I'm picking the pride. I hit the crib with a collide, but really ain't tripping. We can get it right through the
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
180!
They'll try and throw for it with Allen. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
So the offense found themselves in a little bit of no man's land. They were too far for a field goal attempt, but too close to attempt a punt. So they decided to be aggressive early and go for it on fourth down. But it was the defense that turned them away with a huge stop to start this game.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll stick with him again. Finding space inside the 40. And he will score. Touchdown, Ravens. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Ravens 7, Bills nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here is Bell on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. From Southern Cal, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
319!
From the gun, Josh Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
Allen to his tight end Kincaid, and the Bills have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Half 10. 319!
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He's looking deep for Shakir. That one pinballs around, but is incomplete. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends up being a wasted down.
This one completes to Palmer. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Buffalo.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Round 80. Where's that?
Throwing again is Allen. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Wide 80. Where's that?
Allen to throw again. That's going to be caught by Kincaid. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
Wide 80. Alert. Alert, alert, alert. Where's that?
Throwing again. It's Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal. So 1 quarter in the books on our first Sunday night telecast of the year. It's the Ravens out front. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal.
Wide 80. Where's that?
Throw once more. Here's Allen. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The NFL sack leader from a year ago, Trey Hendrickson, taking him down for the 1st sack of this new campaign. First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal.
Wide 80. Where's that?
From the gun, it's Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on 3rd and goal. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by T.J. Tampa. And the Ravens are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
And in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0.
Now the first carry for King Henry. Up the sideline at the 35. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he is gone. 96 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Well, I think these guys are ready for week 1 to get started. I mean, we see teams kind of limp their way into the regular season, and they don't find their form until a couple weeks in. But they didn't play a ton in the preseason, but that's 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. And let's all say, what the heck does the preseason even mean?
On is Luke to add the extra point. His kick is good, and the Ravens move out on top, 14-0. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Here is Bell on the return. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Half. Ready?
Throwing now. Allen here on first down. In trouble, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. What a way to kick off the new year. 2 sacks in the first half of the opener.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
To the air. On second down, here's Allen. All alone is the tight end, Kincaid. Well, they'll get some of the sack yards back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
It's actually a really nice job there on second down, putting this into a 3rd and more manageable down and distance. Remember, they suffered that first down sack, and so often that can derail the drive, but they got a chance here to pick this up and maintain possession.
Allen on 3rd down. Picked off by the all-pro Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
They'll send Flowers in motion. His drive will start on the ground. That's a short pickup to about the 47. Oh, Bishop up to make the play.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Off the play fake. Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. A big play there. Jackson to Flowers. 45 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Now Jackson, this a designed run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. It is brought in the end zone. Jay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. Here is Bell on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
28-yard line.
On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
6 catches for him in the ballgame now. And this one's good for a first down.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it. And not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play. You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
He's going to take a shot down the field. And he'll take it on in. Nicole Hardman. Touchdown, Buffalo. For Josh Allen, the reigning MVP of the NFL. First touchdown pass of this 2025 season. The extra point by pass is good. And the Bills get back in it. It is 21-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 35. Jackson now to throw on first down. The coverage right there. And it's knocked away. Incomplete. Geno Stone that time. All over him in coverage.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
Jackson now on second down. That's tight end. First catch. On this new season, and it results in a first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
He's going to air this one out. That is hard to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Ravens. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And that'll go out of bounds. A great effort. They wanted to pin them, a directional kick, cover it, but instead the ball goes out of bounds, so it backfires. And they'll take over at the 40-yard line. Now Allen on first down. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. From the gun, throw here for Allen. The ball comes out. But it looks like the Bills are going to get it back. A fortunate break there. So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35.
Hey, middle.
Third quarter begins with a run. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Brings up second and 9.
Jackson out of the pistol. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Ravens.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
On play action, here's Jackson. Forced to his right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Third down and 3.
Hey, middle. No, we changed it. Go. Hey, report. Report.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Finding room to the 20. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's first and goal.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up first and goal.
They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's first and goal. Here's a run. To the pylon, he's in. Touchdown, Baltimore. That his second touchdown now here in the season opener. Two choices down there. Either work it up inside or use that speed to the edge. And Greggy's able to sneak it in for the touchdown.
Down here this close, Mike, there's a lot of bodies in there tight. So oftentimes, if you can get the back on the edge, they can rely on that speed, and that's exactly what we saw here. He wins the race to the pylon, and he's rewarded with 6 points.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Hey, tight. Ready?
From the gun, here is Allen. That is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line. Play action now. Jackson. That's taken in. It's Tez Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Handoff here, up the middle. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 10.
Now he's loose down the right sideline. And he's into the end zone. And they are making it look easy. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Loop now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Ravens will extend this third quarter lead.
Bills 14. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Hardman now to return it. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
Over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Fake the handoff, and now it's Allen. Aside that open man is nuts. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll let it go deep left sideline. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Chidobe-Awuzie. And the Ravens will have great field position right around midfield.
It's really a disappointing performance. I'm a little surprised, Mike, that he continues to put the ball in danger this often. I mean, to make a couple mistakes early on, that happens, but at some point you got to make a correction, and until he does, this defense just continues to make him pay.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And a nice game there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, Jackson. Catch made there, left side by Walker. And he'll take this one in. Tez Walker. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Here is Bell on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Up the middle they go. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Second and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Chidobe Awuzie. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I got to give credit, Mike, where credit is due. I mean, they have played a complete game in all facets of football. I mean, the scoreboard pretty much reflects what we've seen play out here over the last 4 quarters.
T-Ren, let's go. Alrighty. Too hot.
In motion comes Walker. Now give on the ground. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. They get an even 20 on that one. First down, Baltimore.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pick.
Hey, middle. Please. 180. 180.
In motion comes Walker. He takes off. They'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Design run here with Jackson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight. But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Sit hot. 180. 180.
Back to throw, Jackson. That's Holland. That's Lane. And easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal.
Hey, 180. 180. Sit up.
They'll run it with Henry. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal.
Now
it's a bootleg with Jackson. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Ravens. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
On is Luke to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Ravens add on to their already sizable lead. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Hardman now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here's Allen now on 1st and 10. He'll air it out down the middle. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. That is incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. He'll find Shakir open right side. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bills' 36-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he will have the 1st down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
And the key to this balanced attack, like the one we're seeing here, Mike, is that everything looks the same. The defense is constantly on their heels as they try to diagnose what play's coming next. That level of unpredictability gives them the edge on any given down.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up second.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
180.
Pistol give to Henry. He's to the 10. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
That's the score. Ravens 63. Bills 14. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Hardman now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Yeah. Really, I should probably sign a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drip.
On first down, Allen. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. Looking to throw, it's Allen. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And the defense had up the stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.